And this was for a union in New York. A wonderful quote by Sacco and Vanzetti. It is true indeed that they can execute the body, but they cannot execute the idea, which is bound to live. And so the idea, again, of transformation, you'll discover that even in a small selection, my ideas are repetitious. But here's another bird representing the idea of freedom or emancipation. In this case, coming out of bound hands. This is for the Bread and Roses Cultural Project, which is a union project where I thought what they essentially wanted to do was encourage people to organize into unions. And I thought it would be interesting if the entire idea could be expressed by the word itself. And so if you take organize and make it exist spatially in space, and you take the hole in the middle of the O and make it a point at the bottom, the whole thing becomes an exclamation point. And the O becomes almost the equivalent of a shouting mouth. And so on a very limited means, the most limited you could get, which is only the word itself, you could create imagery. And an image that was both strong and memorable, that persists in the memory. And one of the things you want to do in all material that you're communicating is hope that it persists in the memory, so that after seeing it, you will not forget it, but it will be retained in your mind for a long time. We were proposing a set of buttons that the nation actually printed, where you would get some friends together, and 4 of you would put the word impeach. In this case, we were talking about our President Bush, and that it would promote sociability among the 4 and also convey a political notion. And here's some other buttons that we produced for the nation, all of which has a proposition that seems to us to be significant. Preemptive war is terrorism, secrecy promotes tyranny, dissent protects democracy, surveillance undermines liberty, leave no CEO behind, and war surrounded by the shadow of oil. And here one that was prepared especially for our president. As you remember, he lied, they died at the beginning of the war.